Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and Happy New Year's to everybody who made it to 2025. I am very blessed to say that we made it this far, and let's keep going. So, yeah, we're starting the year off strong with a One Piece deck profile for our favorite Straw Hat, Monkey.D.Luffy himself. This is the ST-14 Black Luffy leader. I made some updates to the deck, and I felt like I wanted to talk about it, so let's get straight into this. So this is a ST-14 leader. This is a revamped version of the original Black Luffy leader, who had the ability to, like, one Dawn gain 1,000 power. What this one does is a lot better. So this is one Dawn, all your characters gain 1 cost. Then if you have an 8 cost or higher character on field, this character becomes a 6k power character until forever, basically, because as long as there's a character with 8 costs or higher on field, this leader is a 6,000 power leader, which actually does feel pretty good. Now, it does take a while to get to a Dawn, of course, to play out a 8 cost character. However, that is still a pretty strong effect. He's a Black Luffy, he's a Straw Hat type, and overall he's really good. So let's just get straight into this. So first things first, we're playing 2 copies of Kuzan. It's just one of the best 10 drops Black has, if not the literal best 10 drop they have. Literally, on play, KO one of your opponent's 5 cost characters. Not to mention, on your turn, he gives all characters minus 5 cost, which is just absolutely insane. So basically, this card reads, hey, we're going to KO a 5 cost character on play, and also establish a 10k body. And if you have 2 of these on field, you're KOing anything in the game, which feels pretty nice. It's not searchable, but it's a solid 2 of, and overall, this is a great card. We're also playing 2 copies of Kaido. Kaido has the activate main effect to trash 1 card from your hand. If this character was played this turn, your opponent has to trash 1 card they control with 7 or less costs. Also, your trash a card from their hand. So the idea here is that this is really good in the Blackbeard matchup because if you can reduce the cost of the Blackbeard, this is an activate main effect. And basically, yes, it is KOing a 7 cost character, but if you activate a card that can reduce its cost, you KO anything in the game while also trashing a card your opponent controls, which is really nice. You get to choose a card you trash, which feels really nice, and overall, just a fantastic card. We're also playing 2 copies of Stussy because besides the Blackbeard matchup, this card's always good. This allows you to KO any card in a game by trashing 1 card you control, which is not a bad effect. Not to mention, it does just a really solid 9k body, which is overall just a fantastic card. We're also playing 2 copies of Sabo. Sabo is just a great card as well. On play, trash 1 card from your hand to KO up a 5 cost and a 3 cost on field. If you already have a Kuzan on play, basically this card reads KO a 10 drop and an 8 drop for free, which is kind of crazy. Really love 8 drop Sabo here. He's just a great card. And overall, just a fantastic monster. And finally, for our last cards that don't have counter, we're also playing our lovely, lovely Jack the Drought. Jack's just an amazing card. He is just the MVP of his deck. Basically, while he's on field, he gains 4 costs. So basically, he's really hard out because he's gaining 4. He is an 11 cost character, which is kind of crazy. And then he has the ability to rest him and trash 1 card from hand to KO a 3 cost character. If you have a Kuzan on field, you're KOing any 8 cost character for free, which feels pretty nice. We're playing 4 copies of him just because you want to get to him. If you're going first, he is your 7 Dawn play just so that your leader can become gigantic, or at least your 8 Dawn turn play. That kind of wants to go second, but if your opponent forces you to go first, it is still a pretty decent Dawn play, which feels really insane. Alright, so next let's move on to our Straw Hat type cards. We're playing 4 copies of Nico Robin. Nico Robin's always been one of those underrated cards. This card's just kind of insane. It's a 6/7 that on play or when attacking, if you control an 8 cost character, gives minus 4 cost to a character, 5 cost to a character, which is even better. This card's an absolute unit of a card and can definitely ruin your opponent's day. This deck is definitely a late game deck. So, able to establish an 8 cost character, then establish out Nico Robin in order to punish your opponent, feels absolutely incredible and feels absolutely strong. We're also playing, of course, lovely Sanji. Sanji is your mid-range card. This card is absolutely insane. And I also did lie. We are also playing him as a non-counter card. So in total, I believe there is 16 non-counter. But that's fine, because Sanji is a 5/6. That on play, if you control a character with 6 costs or more, you get to KO an opponent's character with 5 or less costs, which is pretty insane. Because with a leader ability on your 6th Dawn turn, you can play out this Sanji, pop a 5 cost character, and just move on from there. We're also playing 4 copies of our Shirahoshi. This card is just absolutely insane. It's a blocker that gives -4 costs on play, which is just absolutely fantastic. So it's a blocker on our 9 Dawn turn. You can go Shirahoshi -4, then play out a Sanji, KO any 9 cost character, which feels pretty amazing. We're also playing 4 copies of Brook because Brook is just not a bad card. He's a 3 cost 4K that literally has the ability on play or when attacking, give -1 cost, then KO a 0 cost character. We have plenty of ways to minus costs in this deck, so this is just a card that threatens your opponent, which feels pretty nice. We're also playing 2 copies of Kobe. Kobe says, hey, on play, you may trash 1 card from hand in order to KO a 3 cost character, which is not bad. And then we're also playing 4 copies of Monkey.D.Luffy as our blocker in the deck. I'm testing him out. I think he's not a bad blocker. Basically, he has the ability that activate main. You may place one of your cards from your trash at the bottom of the deck in order to give -1 cost. He's a 3/4 blocker, which isn't bad. And overall, I kind of like him. So even if you want to swing with him, you can by just playing a Dawn on him. We're also playing 4 copies of One-Legged Soldier. Absolutely amazing card. You may return this card. You may trash this character to give -3 cost to a character, which feels really nice. Overall, a fantastic card. And we're also playing 4 copies of Suru as our other 2K of the deck, which also feels really good. Basically on play, basically give -Dawn to your opponent, which feels pretty nice. And we're also playing, of course, our lovely Sakazuki or Saka. I forgot how to pronounce this guy. Basically, he's another 2K that says rest 1 Dawn, and you may give a character -2 costs, which also feels pretty good. So all these cards are just 2Ks for the deck, which makes it way more ability to survive. And then finally, we are playing 4 copies of 6 King Pistol. This is because we are playing a lot of non-counter. Again, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 non-counter cards. So this card just says, hey, don't worry, you can trash them in hand with this card, or just trash your non-counter cards with our lovely other effects like Jack or Sabo or whatever. So yeah, I'm really happy with this list. Tell me in the comments what you think, and Happy New Year's to you all.